You're a laundromat owner wondering why your wash and fold services aren't packing the place. You're scratching your head thinking, hey, I got everything set up. I got the drop off counter and I've got the pickup and delivery options. Why aren't people buying from me? Well, chances are your Google business profile is not optimized. For some of you, when it comes to technology, it might make your head spin. This course is specifically for beginners. I'm going to help you optimize step by step your profile so that the goal is really to pop up as high as you can on Google. And this is the course. So stick with me and I'll show you how to do it all. In this course, you're going to need a few things. Number one, you're going to need your computer. And number two, you're going to need your phone. I'd recommend having both, and on your computer, have a little tab where this video is. I've done this a bunch of times with a ton of different customers, and I'll walk you through everything. So the first thing you want to do is make sure you sign into your Google business profile, right? Now, some of you might not even have access to it. So if you're like, man, I don't know how to even get in or what account it's linked to, continue to watch this. If for some reason you're already in, you're going to want to fast forward to the next chapter. Down in the tab, it'll show you the next chapter. So if you see this page, then perfect. This is what we want. Okay, so first thing you're going to do is you're going to find your business on Google. I recommend making sure you use Google Chrome. So it's the web browser called Chrome. It's this guy down here. Yeah, you have to be signed into the account that you have on the Google business profile. So the easiest way to start is open up Google in Google Chrome. So click on Chrome and type in your company name. Type in your address too. Now, if you type it in and you find your business and you do not see this, number one, you're not signed in to the right account. So if you click over here and open this up, you might have multiple accounts. Make sure you're signed into the right Google account, because your Google account will be associated, or your business profile will only be associated to one of your Google accounts. So if you've tried all your Google accounts, you don't see a business profile, then you might not have claimed this profile. Now, what does that mean? I'll show you. So I'm going to pull up like a random, we'll just say laundromat in Austin, Texas, right? Random city. So here are the profiles here. Let's click on, I don't know who this is, Spin Zone. Now down here, Google will let you click on Own This Business. So you can literally click here and claim the profile. Obviously, you have to, go through some verification, but to let Google know, hey, this is my business, I'm the owner, and then you get access to the profile. And once you get access to the profile, it's going to look like this. So if you're having any trouble whatsoever, leave a comment and I will address it and try to help you out. First thing that you're going to want to do is you're going to want to click on Edit Profile. 90% of people do not, I would say 95, maybe even 97% of people do not have this optimized. And when I came into the laundromat industry, I came from an industry that was very competitive when it came to marketing. And I was just, when I saw this and I'm looking at people's profiles, and I'm like, what is going on? We need to catch up. Come on, laundry people. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go one by one and help you. Now, I want you to pull up this page as well so you can follow along. Now, you might think, Brian, I already did this. What are you talking about? Optimize this. It's done. Now, some of you might be done, but a lot of you are missing some of the biggest and most important factors about this profile that will make Google put you higher on the Google list, right? So the first thing, obviously, your business name. Now, your business name is extremely important and probably way more important than you think. So fun fact, did you know your business name and how you name your business is arguably, and to many, the number one ranking factor? So the number one way to get to a number one ranking in your area, just the name of your business. Now you're like, well, what do I change it to? Now, technically, Google doesn't want you to just change your name if you already have a business name. However, if you submit a DBA and get a new logo with the new name, then that's actually your name. You're doing business as that company. Now, what a lot of these search engine optimization people do is they'll help their customers get a new name, and then they'll put what are called keywords in there. So for example, laundry is a keyword, and if you put laundry in your business name, or say wash and fold, or laundromat, or say your business name is the local laundromat with wash and fold in Dallas, and that's your full business name, that's your full DBA, you've got 3 different keywords: wash and fold, laundromat, Dallas, right? A local keyword and 2 other keywords. Now, I won't dive too much into that, but for kind of this beginner course, you can just put your name in here. Now, the second thing, and this is arguably the second most important, is your business categories. Now, most of you probably don't have more than 1 category. So click on this pencil for me, and this is going to pop up. Now, your primary category, again, if you are looking to bring people in to your laundromat, keep this as laundromat. However, if you are looking to bring people in for your wash and fold or your pickup and delivery, right here, you want to let Google know my primary category is laundry service. You might not even have laundry service. You might not even know that this exists. Well, I've done all the work for you and the research for you. The categories that you want are laundry service, and laundromat. Now, obviously, if you do dry cleaning, you can put that in here. Some people put delivery service when they do pickup and delivery. It's one of those things where it's not necessarily kind of the intent. Sometimes people will pop up for other types of delivery service, but the 3 that I say you gotta have are laundry service, laundry, and laundromat, if you own a laundromat. Now, if, again, this video is all about picking up more wash and fold business, drop off or pick up and delivery, you want laundry service right here. Cool. All right, moving on. So next thing you want to work on is description. Now, there's kind of a little cheat sheet down here. When you click on this pencil, you can just get a suggest description here, and Google is going to use AI to write something for you. And then you can use that as your description. So once you say click on use, you can then just click on save, and it saves there for you. Next is opening date. This is the date you opened or the laundromat opened. Just make sure you fill it out with something. The next is phone number. This one's easy. Just put your phone number in there. That's it. Probably already have it. Okay, coming to the next thing. This is chat. This is relatively new to Google. And when you click on this, you're able to stay in contact with customers through WhatsApp or text messaging. Now, if you don't know what WhatsApp is, or you're not a huge text messaging fan, you can skip it. However, if you're pretty familiar with text messaging, I'd recommend clicking on this and adding your phone number. Or if you have a messaging system, then you can add the number here. Filling this out always helps. If you have a WhatsApp for your business, if you have a website, put it in here. Simple as that. If you need help with a website, just shoot me a message in a comment and I'll help you. Next are social profiles. If you have social profiles, again, add them. The more, the merrier. Next is adding service areas. If you're doing any sort of pickup and delivery, add service areas so Google knows and your customers know where you go. So there is a bit of a trick to service area. So what I would recommend when you're selecting service area is you don't want to just be like one area and you're done. For example, for this company, Brooklyn, New York, 11211. Done. Okay, see ya. There's a lot of sub areas that you can put in as well. What I would recommend is open up Google Maps, look at the area you're in, and as you scroll out, you're going to be able to see the different names of the neighborhoods. Now, you probably already know a lot of the neighborhoods, so try to obviously type them in here and see if there's any pre-population that pops up. But if for some reason you're unsure of what some of the neighborhoods and areas in smaller cities might be called, in Google Maps, they're going to kind of give you a cheat sheet in some way where you can type in, say, Williamsburg, South Williamsburg, Broadway Triangle. So, for example, let's try this one. So we can say Broadway. Boom, right there. You could add that. And so you want to add as many as you possibly can. Google sometimes might resort this. I've seen this in the past where they'll sort of pop off. So make sure you're checking this often and trying to re-add it if you need to. And then once you're done, you just click save. Next is business hours. Again, you just need to fill this out, and this is hours of operation. Make sure it's accurate. Also, I highly encourage to add any special hours. If there are certain days that you know you're going to be closed or closed during a portion of it, add those. And then also add additional hours. For example, you've got delivery and pickup. If you do pickup and delivery, you can add these. Next is the more section. Just make sure you fill them out. If it doesn't pertain to you, you can press no. These are just pretty simple, straightforward questions that you just want to complete. And then service options, if you speak any other languages or you have language assistance, then complete that. The overall goal for this section is to fill everything out. Google can see the completeness of your profile, and if it's filled out, then great. If it doesn't pertain to you, like for example, accessibility, maybe you don't have assistive hearing loop, you can just say no, and that's okay. So just make sure you fill out as much as you possibly can. When you do this, it signals to Google that, hey, you care about the profile, and they say, great, this person cares. We're going to bump them up or put them higher. So step 2 is make sure your profile is verified. There should be a little flag on here that says if it's verified or not, but just in case it doesn't pop up, you want to click on these 3 dots right here, and you want to scroll down to your business profiles. Right here, it shows verified. If it shows verified for you, great, you're done. If it doesn't, you want to make sure you follow the prompts. There should be a little button here or on your profile that says you need to do these things. You'll likely have to make a video in front of your laundromat, a little storefront. You won't really say anything. You'll essentially record the video, then you'll upload it. The next step is you're going to jump into read reviews. Okay, this is a very big ranking factor. Now, when I say ranking factor, I mean this contributes to you showing up at the top of Google, is what it means. And to what matters most to Google are a few different factors. Number 1, your star rating. Where are you at? Are you a 3, a 3.5, a 4, a 4.5, a 4.6, a 5.0? The higher star rating you have, the higher Google is going to suggest you. That's one of the factors. The other is the total number of reviews. So do you have 2, 10, 50, 1,200? I recommend if you don't have at least 10, get there as fast as possible. And then make sure you're getting more reviews, because that is very important. I would say probably the number 1 factor right now for Google is review recency. Are you getting reviews once a week? These customers don't necessarily need to be wash and fold customers. What about all the customers that you have that do self-serve? Go up and talk to them. Make sure they're having a good experience. And if they are, ask them. We'd love to, it would help us a lot if you could leave a review. So if the customer can leave photos, that makes the review stronger. And when you say, what do you mean? What are you talking about? Makes the review stronger. Well, here's an analogy for you. I love basketball, right? And every time a ball goes through the hoop, it counts as a point. Now, sometimes it's 1 point, sometimes it's 2 points, sometimes it's 3 points. For those that know basketball, the 3-point line is pretty far out. You can make 2 points when you're inside the 3-point line. And if you get to the free throw line, if you make the ball through the hoop, it's 1 point. So what I'm saying is, in order to hit the 3-pointers with reviews, bump your score up according to Google, is to do these things. Number 1, make sure it's 5 stars. That's huge. Number 2, make sure the review has photos, preferably a handful of photos. It could be of the laundry, inside the laundromat, outside the laundromat, the smiling customer. It doesn't matter. And then number 3, the customer leaving a review with 200 words or more. Also note the content of the review is very important. If you've got a lot of reviews that are mentioning that, hey, they did a great job for my Airbnb laundry service, then that's going to tell Google, oh, they must do a lot of Airbnb service if that's something you're looking to get. So take note of that. And then the last bit is making sure you respond to reviews. Now, you can keep it simple and say, hey, thank you so much for this review. I always recommend writing a little bit more. Address the customer. Say, hey, Anthony, we appreciate the opportunity to serve you. Fantastic customer. We love you, blah, 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 blah. But, a little paragraph is nice. Make sure you respond to the bad reviews too. No one likes this. But I'm going to show you a trick right now of how to respond to a bad review. Let's find one. What I want you to do is I want you to copy this. Whoops, you just want to copy all this text. So highlight it and copy it. I'm going to show you a little trick. You're going to open up a new tab and you're going to type in ChatGPT. That's right, ladies and gentlemen. We're going into AI. Now it's going to show this sponsored here, but just jump down into here. It says introducing ChatGPT. When you click on here, you're going to see a bunch of different stuff. All you really have to do to get to it is you can click on OpenAI up at the left corner, and it's going to say, what can I help with? And all you need to type in is, I am a laundromat owner. Can you help me respond to this review? ? And then you can literally press space, and then paste it. You just click this little up arrow button, and it will respond to this review, right, for you. Now, it might not be perfect, but let me tell you, it's going to be pretty darn good. I've done this dozens of times. So it says, hi, customer name. Thank you for taking the time to share your experience. I'm glad to hear that you found our team friendly and our service fast. We genuinely appreciate your kind words on that front. Boom, right away. Thank you so much for that. That said, I am truly sorry to hear you felt our pricing and folding quality didn't meet your expectations. We understand that value is about both cost and quality, and we aim to be transparent about our pricing. Our rates reflect the overhead of maintaining high standards, including eco-friendly detergent options, employee wages, and tech convenience like our app. But it's clear we missed the mark for you this time. Holy cow, that sounds so good. I could not write this well. And I don't know many people who could, but it's clearly addressing the customer and saying, look, we're sorry. It didn't meet your expectations. And also understanding like, hey, we aim for this, but our rates are high because of these things. Then it keeps going. Regarding the folding, that's absolutely not the standard we strive for. I really like the opportunity to make it right. Whether redo or credit towards a future offer, please feel free to contact me directly at, I'd recommend putting your email, not your phone number. Well, you can put your phone number, it doesn't really matter. So I can personally follow up. Your feedback helps us improve. And we do hope you consider giving us another try in the future. Wow, so good. Now, you can copy and paste it and boom, you're done. Or you can adjust it a little bit. It's just text. So literally go here, you can right click, you can click on copy, go back over here. What you want to do is click on reply right here. And this is going to be a public reply. Now, why is it so important? Because people looking at your profile, they can see how you speak to the people that speak poorly about your company. If you're saying, what the heck? What do you mean it was folded improperly? What do you mean I didn't do a good job? Well, you are. If that's the way you're addressing customers, I promise you, you will lose customers. I promise. But if you address it professionally and say, you know what? We're not perfect. We're trying to get there. We appreciate the feedback. We love you. Yeah, let us try to make it up to you. Amazing. Now, again, ChatGPT can say it way better than most people can. So leverage that. I want you to win. And using technology like that is a good one. So hopefully that helps. Again, you would just paste it in here. You can edit it how you want to. And then once you have what you like, you just click reply. Cool. Now let's jump into getting more reviews. Click right here and Google will hook you up with a few things. They're going to give you two things here. Number one, a review link. If you have your customer's telephone number and they're really happy with your services, you can send them this link. And it's a direct link to leave a review. So check this out. We'll open up a new tab and you can send it. You can copy this and send it to a text. So if I copy this and I'm going exactly to where it's at, it's going to bring them directly to your profile, exactly where they can leave you a review. Click 5 stars, great service. And again, encourage them to leave 200 words or more, and then add photos and videos. Encourage them to do this as well. If they do all those 3 things, that's a 3-pointer. Swish, right? The other thing Google gives you is this QR code. Paste it on a flyer or on your front desk, and people can scan it with their phones, and it'll take them to this same link. So as soon as they scan it, it'll pop up and they can leave a review. I highly recommend leveraging this. I'm going to do probably a whole video, if not a whole video series, on just how to do this right. Photos. You want to update photos. So if you have the photos already on your computer, fantastic. You can click on here and you can update them, right? If you don't, I highly recommend you using the Google Maps app. So download an app called Google Maps on your phone. And it looks, it's going to look like this. That's the icon. That's for the Google Play Store. If you have an Android, you're going to go to the Google Play Store. If you have an iPhone, you're going to go to the Apple App Store. It's going to look like this. Download that. It's completely free. And you want to sign in just like you'd sign into your Google account. And what you're going to be able to do, I'm going to actually show you a little video. I'm going to do a cut scene right here. And I'm going to show you a little video on how to upload photos from your phone. Because let's be honest, you're not taking photos from your computer. I don't know who's flipping their computer around taking photos. Not me, and probably none of you. You're taking all the photos from your phone. But I'm going to explain, before I do that cutscene, I'm going to explain a little bit about photos and why they're important. The companies with at least 100 photos rank better on Google. Posting photos will help with engagement, and if it helps with engagement, customers love it, and Google loves it, and they say, hey, we're going to put you higher. So my big recommendation is post photos and videos. Cutscene. So posting photos is pretty straightforward. All you do is log in to Google Maps. On the top right, you're going to see your initial with some color around it. So you want to click on that. And then you want to click on your business profiles. And again, this has to be the same account that you have associated to your Google business profile. And it's going to open up here. Then you're going to see this button where it says add photo. Click on add photo. And then you click on add photos. You can choose which photos you want. You follow the prompts and you can leave photos right from your phone. Number 1, don't use stock photos. With their AI now, they can literally scan photos and tell you what that's a photo of. They can also scan photos and say, hey, this isn't a photo of you and your staff. It's a photo from some stock library somewhere on the internet. So just take legit photos. Take a photo of your interior, take a photo of the exterior, different angles, daytime, nighttime. And obviously, clean up before you take them. Make sure it's inviting, well lit. Show where customers will be spending time. Have a welcome video. That's huge. Welcome your customers into your store. Take team photos. Friendly staff smiling, a familiar face, so when someone walks in, they're going to be like, oh, I actually saw you on the Google Business Profile. I know who you are. Take photos of your washers, your dryers, detergent, your wash and fold station, clean clothes, folded clothes. Show off your vending machines, your lounge area, the kids area, folding tables. Highlight what makes you stand out. Throw up some promotional photos. Banners for specials. I mean, if you have events, if you're throwing, big concerts inside of your laundromat, throw up pictures of that, of you guys having a good time. Be like, it'll really stand out because people are like, this is a party place too? I clean my laundry and party? What's up? Pictures of your grand opening. Show customers, hey, it's really easy to use my card system. Here's how it's done. It's really easy to use this machine. Here's how you do it. Oh, also before and after photos, like here's the dirty laundry, here's the clean laundry. And then finally, the last thing is customer testimonials. Ask them to say a few words and you can post that on Google. That's a lot when it comes to photos. Moving on. Okay, next we're going to talk about updates. One of kind of the cheat codes that most people, I'd say 95% of people don't realize. If you're engaged weekly with this business profile, generally the better you perform on Google searches. Now, let me show you how to add these things. So an update, right? This could be really anything. You could update customers about new machines that you got in the store. Your wash and fold service. Hey, we do pickup and delivery now. Hey, we got a new employee. It does not matter what you update them about, but if you're doing it once a week, it should only take you a few minutes and it sends that signal to Google. The next is an offer. Again, this is sort of self-explanatory. This is very similar. Hey, here's the offer we have, the title of the offer, the start date, the end date, right? You can add these additional items, which is like coupon code. So if you want to track the offer in your system, some POS softwares, wink, wink, Sense, has this ability to say, hey, we're going to track all the offers. If you create a promo, you can do that. If you're throwing events at your laundromat, party on, Garth. Sweet. Let people know about it. Okay, this is an update that I wanted to share and put in this video. So something that a lot of people don't know, but that will help in terms of ranking, are adding products. Now, you might be thinking, well, Bryan, the only products that I have are behind the counter, like detergents or softeners or anything like that. But what you can do is called productizing your services. So if you click on Edit Products, you click on Get Started, what this means is that the product name is Wash and Fold Services, right? And you're gonna have to create a category and put it in a specific category and add the price where you can say, hey, starting at like $1.79 a pound, whatever it may be. And this is also optional. You don't necessarily have to put it. You can actually put that in the product description. And then you can also link it to your website where you're doing that service, the wash and fold. And then make sure you add a photo. I always encourage people to, again, take photos on that on your phone, and you can upload it from the photo that you actually took of someone literally doing that service. Try to make them as high quality as you can, but don't sweat too much on something like that. But ideally, what you want to do is productize all the services you have. So if it's pickup and delivery, if it's wash and fold drop off, or are there any other services that you have, put it in here. It's going to help with your rankings. Cool. Okay, so the next thing that you're going to want to do is edit services. So if you click on these services, this is a huge factor that a lot of people miss, because oftentimes they just edit the profile. They don't even complete the profile. Then they think they're done. Oh my goodness gracious. The number of profiles I've seen where they don't edit the services is mind-blowing. So first you want to click on Edit Services, and you're going to see each of your categories, your primary and all your additional. Go into each category and you want to click on add more services. So I'm going to start with laundromat, right? Add more services. And if there aren't pre-populated services, you can add a custom service. So you can say wash and fold, or you can say this is for the laundromat. So you can say self-serve machines, right? Some you're going to see pre-populated services. You want to add the pre-populated services that pertain to your business. So if you clean baby clothes cleaning, add that. If you do alterations, add that. This particular company has already added delivery, dry cleaning, general bed cleaning, general clothes drying. Once you go through all of them and add all the additional services, again, start with making sure you add these pre-populated ones, because Google is literally just handing you the cheat sheet. You're in class right now and your teacher just said, hey, by the way, here's the test, right? And they handed you the test and all you have to do is literally copy it down. This is what Google's doing. They're saying, hey, here are the things that our customers want to know about. You want to add them? You want to say, yes, I sure do. But once you've completed all that, once you're done with adding everything, and if you want to add custom services, you can, the next thing you want to do is you want to go into each individual service. So for example, click on here and tell Google what you charge. From $1.50 a pound, from $2 a pound, from whatever it may be, and then give it a description. Boop, 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 boop. Back to ChatGPT right here. All you have to do now is click on ChatGPT, and you can now type in here, hey, you don't even need this, like, first, our wash and fold service is fast, convenient, handled with care, blah, 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 copy, right? And then you go over back here and you can click on paste. It only limits you to 300 characters. You can literally just go like that, right? In the service description, you can also describe what the steps are to help people understand what the service is. Once you're done with that, click save. Now you're going to want to go through all of these and update all of them. Then you're done with services. This can take a minute, but moving on, your bookings. So some of you are rocking and rolling with one of my favorite companies of all time, Sense, right? Yeah, I'll plug them. Amazing company for using pickup and delivery with Sense. You get connected with a button right here on your Google business profile. So when you click on this button, what happens? You get taken to the ordering link. We try to make it as convenient as possible and integrate with your profile. Q&A. What is this and why is it here? Think of this as FAQs, or frequently asked questions, for your business profile. You can literally just click on ask a question, post this question here, and then once you're done posting it, you can go back and you can answer it. I always recommend getting people to give it a thumbs up. If a question gets 3 thumbs up, then it'll actually live on the profile down here. I'd have probably 3 to 5 asked and answered as a owner. Also, if you have any questions about any of this stuff, ask me in the comments. Okay, next. Oh, this is a fun one that I don't think I've ever talked to any laundromat owner yet who knew about this. What are these down here? These are little cards that Google gives you, again, answers to the test. This is the cheat sheet. Confirm your holiday hours. They say, hey, by the way, we want to know this. We want to know what your holidays hours are, so you can pass that on to your customer. And passing it on to the customer lets us know, hey, you care. I'm going to actually walk you through these cards, and I'll tell you which ones you really should do, which ones aren't as necessary. So confirming holiday hours, easy, super easy. You literally click on this, it's going to pop up, and then you can go down and update your hours, which hopefully you've already done. The next thing, add address autocomplete. Now this is pertaining to your website. We'll get into that on a different video. So anything pertaining to your website, I wouldn't worry too much about right now, because that's a whole nother ballgame. Same with add a map, same sort of thing. I'll show you how to do that. Add directions to your website, same thing. Add amenity to your website, same thing. There's going to be a card for you that says, hey, advertise with us. Here's $500 to start running ads. Ooh, you want $500 from Google to run ads? You can start running ads if you want to. I wouldn't recommend it now. Do I think Google ads work? Sure. I think they work in a lot of different ways. They can be very powerful. But if you don't have the right system set up, then a lot of that money feels like it's going down the toilet, right? And so my whole goal is to help you guys win. And so I would hold off on that. So another thing that I want to let you guys know is these 3 dots right here. If you click on this, a big important thing is notifications. Turn your notifications on. Why? You want to know about customers' reviews, bookings, questions and answers, business health, insights, news and tips. I hope this has helped and added value to your business. But here's the thing. This is just a small piece of the puzzle. A very important piece, maybe like a big piece of the puzzle, but it's still just one of the pieces. Great. So thanks for staying until the end. If you have any questions, feel free to leave them in the comments. If you want me to make other videos about other parts of marketing, leave those there as well, and I will try to make them. I want to make sure we're helping you to win. The big hope and dream of this channel is to be able to help 1 million business owners to be able to build their businesses and to be able to provide for their families. Also, if you like this video on the Google Business Profile, I'm making a series of short little videos on Google Business Profile and quick little tips and tricks that might be able to help you out. Some of it is a little bit of overlap on what you've learned in this video, but a lot of it are little extras for you to check out. So check those out as well.